traveling 11 days ago. Here you tell me that guy is going to protect this country and compete against Donald Trump in order to protect it from the destruction of democracy. I can't believe Mika Brzezinski is going on air and embarrassing herself, humiliating herself like this.
You know, after a moment like this, only President Biden can tell us what needs to happen next or can show us. And I think a lot of this surmising out loud, whether he should or shouldn't, is kind of useless. I know we're in a time crunch, but this needs a week or two so everyone can see what they need to see.
Well, Morning Joe co-host Mika Brzezinski continues to insist that everyone calling on President Joe Biden to drop out of the presidential race should just settle down. You guys are all just being super hysterical, okay? Yeah, democracy's on the line, and people like Mika have been fear-mongering about that incessantly for months on end. And she's also simultaneously promoting the most vulnerable person to run up against Donald Trump in the general election. I mean, the copium on MSNBC was already ridiculous, but when it comes to Mika Brzezinski, she really takes it to another level. And I really do think it's due to the close, cozy relationship that her family has with the Bidens. That's really.
So here we are back on the Young Turks, and Ana Kasparian is totally roasting Mika Brzezinski over at Morning Joe for her slavish devotion to Joe Biden after his appallingly bad debate performance. So I just had to take a look at this because obviously this that Mika Brzezinski clip has aged like milk, absolutely appalling. And you know, of course, she did her job as a good sycophant. She stood up for Joe Biden, ran cover for him on national television after his dismal performance in the presidential debate. She did what she was supposed to do. And it's funny watching Ana Kasparian of the Young Turks just totally roast MSNBC over this, or MSDNC as they call it. Yeah, so as we all know, Ana Kasparian's been on a bit of a redemption arc over the last year. You know, she's saying a lot of good things, but we still have to keep an eye on her.
Really what this was all about. I mean, it is amazing how far these Democratic operatives and liberals will go in order to protect anyone who's part of their cocktail parties. Now, let's start off with what the reality is when it comes to other hosts, okay? So to be clear, you have Chuck Todd and Jake Tapper. I have my issues with them, but you know, they've openly questioned Biden's mental fitness. And that's only in the aftermath of the debate, which I was definitely salty about because we've been concerned about that forever. And it's precisely people like Jake Tapper who have run cover for Biden up until this moment. But let's watch what Mika Brzezinski had to say the morning after the debate.
President Biden let every fastball hanging out over the plate go right by for a strike for Donald Trump.
So
that was an indication that he was just not up to it last night.
Okay, hold on a second. That I agree with everything you said, except for the last part of it. Everybody calm down, and I'll tell you why. I mean, it's fine to not spin what happened last night, and we're not going to. Again,
by the way,
he had
Mika,
a terrible night.
Mika, everybody's calm here.
No,
you're the only one raising your voice.
No,
Everybody is calm here.
But again, it's the...
Oh, that was brilliant. That was hilarious. Oh, Morning Joe. Mr. Typical Believe All Woman Woke Libtard, sorry. I believe all women woke libtard, patronizing his own wife, Mika Brzezinski, on national TV. Now that made my day. I wish I had seen that when it happened, but it's great to watch it now, a couple months later, just to see how badly this whole thing has aged. Oof, I wouldn't be happy if I were her.
Let's just immediately pull this. Let's end this. Let's find someone else.
Listen, while I actually, for once, agree with Joe Scarborough on this specific issue regarding Joe Biden, I don't like the way he talked to her on camera. That was not okay. My husband did that, we'd have some problems. But he wouldn't do that. He's a smarter man than that. Now, Brzezinski continued to defend Joe Biden, though, and she did so this morning. Specifically, she parroted Biden's, in my opinion, embarrassing excuse that he was still jet lagged on the night of the debate. Now, keep in mind that he hadn't just been traveling. He had been like at Camp David debate prepping, and he had been home for 11 days. Like, I get it, jet lag is bad, but you're gonna blame it on jet lag? Okay. Mika also took no issue with reports that, Hunter Biden is advising Joe Biden and essentially giving him advice on how he should stay in the race.
There's a lot of criticism now that he's saying it was jet lag. I brought this up earlier. It was flying across 12 time zones when your son was convicted on felony counts that wouldn't bring any others to court, but your son is convicted. So that emotional trauma happening while he's abroad. So yes, Hunter's staying close with his dad right now, showing he's okay, showing they're okay. I don't see any problem with that. And again, compare all of that to the alternative who moved his family in to work in the administration.
Thanks for watching. Our audience has helped build TYT into the media giant it is today. Together, we can accomplish anything. Support our work and join us at tyt.com/team. I need to understand something. Is President of the United States the leader of a superpower, a global superpower? Is that an important job? Is that a serious job? Am I really supposed to buy that Biden's terrible debate performance was simply a case of jet lag? Because 11 days prior, he had been traveling. 11 days prior. Am I supposed to take solace of the fact that a guy who got convicted for buying a gun when he was addicted to crack cocaine is now the person advising the president of the United States on whether or not he should remain in this race? While, by the way, simultaneously, the only campaign platform that we've seen from Democrats is endless fear-mongering about Donald Trump and the threat to democracy he poses. So you're going to tell me that a guy who can't handle jet lag after traveling 11 days ago, you're going to tell me that guy is going to protect this country and compete against Donald Trump in order to protect it from the destruction of democracy? I can't believe Mika Brzezinski is going on air and embarrassing herself, humiliating herself like this.
Oh, I can believe it, 100%. Morning Joe have been doing that since Donald Trump's first campaign. I remember it very clearly. They just lost their minds. I think it was particularly lost their minds after Donald Trump made one of his very rude tweets, specifically personally about her. Something about how he saw Mika at Mar-a-Lago. What did he say? It was something about her. She had just had a facelift and was still bleeding or something. It was outrageous. It was so rude, but it was classic vintage Trump. Anyway, just watching those fools make idiots out of themselves, and watching Ana Kasparian, of all people, from the Young Turks, of all people, roast them is just too good. So I salute you, Ana Kasparian, for roasting these idiots. Keep up with the good work. I hope it's real. We'll see. We're keeping an eye on you. Anyway, if you like what I'm making here, you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel, and it helps me to continue making more of these videos for you.